Hello and welcome to another episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogo. Today, we sit down with Ahmed Ibrahim, the Secretary to the Niger State Government and Chairman, Niger State NYSC Governing Board, as he speaks on the relevance of the National Youth Service Corps to national integration in the state. We'll be right back.
NYSC has come a long way, and Niger State has always benefited, from the activities of the core members in so many sectors. I would say it's been decades, since NYSC has been, on board, and believe me, their contribution is immense. If you check, most of the sectors, if it were not for the NYSC, probably would have had a lot of challenges. Education, for instance, the NYSC has contributed, so much in terms of human capital, in form of teachers and other support, for our schools, both at the primary, secondary, and even tertiary. And of course, if you check the health sector, the same thing, the doctors, the pharmacists, and other health-related, personnel have been provided by NYSC, especially in critical situations, also at critical locations. Many of the rural health facilities that we have are interior. They're in hinterland, they're in rural areas. But go there, you find NYSC members really providing services at those facilities. The same thing if you look at engineers. They've also been supportive in provision of some infrastructure, water, roads, and quantity surveyors, name them. They've all been very contributive towards the development of the state.
Ibrahim reiterates the state government's commitment to ensure the security of core members in the state.
The governor of the state, His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Sani Bello, has been very forthcoming in the area of security. We know that security is a national issue, but again, looking at the size of Niger State is about 10% of Nigeria. So meaning that you are likely to have escalation of security challenges. But we're able to nip it in the bud because of the proactiveness of His Excellency, providing security support, managing the security agencies, and really motivating them to respond to security challenge situations.
The Niger State government continues to support the NYSC in achieving its objective in the state.
Over time, we have three dimensions of some of these, support that comes from government. Of course, starting with the NYSC, we've been having temporary site for a very long time. I know when the governor came in, he wanted to see how he reforms the NYSC camp so that to make it more habitable and comfortable, for core members. This we've started, and we're hoping that we'll continue to improve on the facilities, at the camp. Now, two, of course, when core members leave the camp, they are supposed to go to their places of primary assignments. Again, a lot of them find themselves around rural areas, where they teach or they provide services, as I've mentioned. Again, accommodation has always been very responsive, but you cannot completely rule out, areas where there's need to have improvement, and this we'll continue to do.
The management of the National Youth Service Corps wishes to inform the general public that any person who, not being a person serving in the service corps or duly authorized so to do, wears the uniform or any part of the uniform of the service corps, is guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine or to imprisonment for a term of 6 months, or to both such fine and imprisonment. Thank you. Without a doubt, the contributions of state governments are critical to the smooth operation of the scheme, and we continue to appreciate them for their continued support, particularly in the area of core welfare and security. Let us meet Adedeji Adebowale, an ex-corps member who won the Delta State Honors Award during his service year back in 1993. He was offered automatic employment by the state government right after his service year. Today, he is a director in the Department of Planning, Research and Statistics, Office of the Head of Service in Delta State. Let us meet Adedeji.
My name is Adebowale Daniel Adedeji. I am from Oyo State. I attended Wunti Primary School in Bauchi, Government Science Secondary School in Toro. Then I also attended the University of Ibadan, where I studied mathematics. I served in Delta State in 1992-93. I was posted to a school in Utokwu. Utokwu is a village. I did my primary assignment at Utokwu Grammar School. I taught mathematics and physics. I felt free in the community, and the people accepted me as one of their own. Essentially, what I did to get the Honors Award is organizing lessons for the students. I did it free of charge during the day, during the weekdays, and during the weekend. I formed the Readers Club to encourage reading and also to improve reading culture in the school. I also formed the Farmers Club, where we cultivated land. We planted cassava. Members of the club, we harvested it, we processed it to gari, and we used it for welfare in the community. I organized science quiz competition for students in the local government. And the local government chairman, who incidentally is the present governor of Delta State, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, was represented there by the director of personnel management. So I did a lot of community development service, and the people recognizing that, they gave me a recommendation letter. I got a recommendation letter from the Obi of our kingdom, Professor Ifesomo. I got a recommendation letter from the principal of Utokwu Grammar School. I also got a recommendation letter from the local government, the Kano East local government. So I was given automatic appointment in the State Civil Service in 1993. I've been here, and presently I'm a staff of the Department of Planning, Research and Statistics, Office of the Head of Service. Anytime I go home anyway, I've always been telling my people how accommodating the people of Delta State are. So they did not have any contrary view about coming to work in Delta State. Although some people will say, you are coming to work in a state service, they will discriminate against you and all these things. But at the end of the day, it has been proven wrong, as you can see. There has not been any discrimination. We have worked harmoniously here. And I think I found a home in Delta State. I'm married from Obuashuku in Anyocha local government. My wife is from Delta State. The program NYSC is a good program. It, like we here in the Office of the Head of Service, we do request for corps members to come and serve in this office, and they have been doing very well. So one thing we know is that even in the State Civil Service, the NYSC, they provide staff for ministries, departments, and agencies. They also provide staff for schools and higher institutions. NYSC is good, very good, because it enhances the unity of the country, and it enables us to learn, and we learn each other's culture and we appreciate it. It enables us to learn, and we learn each other's culture and we appreciate it. So NYSC program, I think government should fund it better and encourage it. They should fund it better and encourage it because of the, most especially, the fact that it enhances the unity. We need it more now. I would like to advise our youth corps members. They should be problem solvers. When you get to your community, you look at their problems, particularly those who are posted to the rural areas. Because I was posted to Utoku. Utoku then, that was more than 27 years ago. It was a village. When I got there, I look at what they will need, particularly in the school that I was posted. I discovered that, well, the students, they need somebody to really bring them up, brush them up, so that they can improve in their academics. That year, 1993, the students did very impressive in their school certificate exam. So their parents, they were happy. Even, let me tell you, during my service here, you won't believe that I did not buy things like gari, okra, all those things that they planted. They bring it to me free of charge because they saw that I love the community, so they loved me back. You won't believe it that when I got this job, one of them came with me to Asaba and stayed with me for 3 years. He's presently now is an accountant, a chartered accountant, and he's also working in the Office of the Accountant General, Delta State. His name is Victor Ogu. We have many other people in all walks of life. They are doing very well. We still communicate with them. The 1 year that I served there has not been a waste. As you can see, if not for the platform, I want to repeat, I wouldn't have been here today. You wouldn't have been interviewing me. If not for the platform, I wouldn't have met my beautiful wife. If not for the platform, I wouldn't have known people that I know now. My advice to them is that they should not reject posting. Those that are posted to rural communities, they should go there. That is their area of need. Because posting is for proper and equitable distribution of youth corps members. You will discover that in the rural areas, because they will need more youth corps members, and that is where they can be problem solvers. That is where they can be useful to the community.
Even though Adedeji is from Western Nigeria, he is a Deltan today, and that is the spirit of national integration. It doesn't matter where you're from. Wherever you find yourself as a Nigerian, in Nigeria, you are at home. Moving on, in the world of information technology, productivity and efficiency are a key focus and a leading driver in economic and social development. The National Youth Service Corps is at the forefront of providing information technology skills to its core members in order to upskill their capacity for increased comparative advantage in the labor force. Let us go to NYSC SAED ICT Center in Minna, Niger State.
My name is Osayi Jude Chukwurimazunu. I'm a graduate of mathematics from the Delta State University, Abraka. And my skill acquisition started from my days in camp, Paeko camp, precisely. And at first I joined ICT because of my love for computers, technologies, and devices. But then I just knew the basics of computers, like they can be used for communication, for to save data and analyze data at the same time. But few months into learning skills, now I can I know other aspects of computer and technology at the same time. I can do Java programming. One of the most important things I've gained so far is for the fact that I can design professionally now. And as a matter of fact, I plan staying back because I have some work I need to do. So it's an advantage for me so far. I've known the basics for cyber security and at the same time some of the advanced programming languages that I wish to learn, that I wish to improve myself on. Now, before now, I've been thinking since I studied mathematics, I would just go into maybe the academia, teach mathematics. But now, so far, with the knowledge I've acquired in ICT, I want to go into cyber mathematics. So to make use of the knowledge I've got so far. So it's been an advantage for me thus far. And I really want to appreciate the NYSC scheme for this opportunity to make me independent.
I'm Tope Gabriel Aroshegbe by name. I'm a graduate of civil engineering from the Federal Polytechnic of Kwara State. Here is the recharge card sector, and I would like to take you through the process of printing the recharge card sector. Now, to start with, I have this enthusiasm for recharge card right back in the school days, as I started as a distributor. So I used that to assist myself in school before I graduated. Now, I needed to upgrade myself in the recharge card business, but I never had the opportunity back then in schools due to my discipline. Well, to my greatest surprise, I was posted to serve in Niger State, and my training started from the SAED, that is the Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development. There I joined the ICT sector, and the recharge card business happens to be a subsector under the ICT. So there I was opportune to advance myself from a distributor. Now I am an agent, and not an ordinary agent, a licensed agent. Now permit me, I would like to take you through the stages in the recharge card business. We have 5 stages in the recharge card business. The first stage is the service provider. That is the topmost stage in the recharge card business. Followed by that is the dealer. After the dealer comes the agent. After the agent comes the distributor. After the distributor comes the consumer. Of course, all of us are the consumers. Now, in my school days, I happen to be a distributor, so now, with the help of the SAED program, I was able to advance to an agent, and not an ordinary agent, a licensed agent for that matter. What distinguishes a licensed agent from a non-licensed agent? 1, a licensed agent has the power to operate in the 6 geopolitical zones of this nation, Nigeria, while a non-licensed agent is only restricted to operate in 1 geopolitical zone of the nation. Now, as a licensed agent, you will be given a certificate to operate with the dealer you are registered with. Here with me is a certificate with the name Kamaruddin Quadri Olalekan. It's registered under the dealer Stardom Continental Logistics Service Nigeria Limited. Now, how do we print the recharge card pin? As a licensed agent or a non-licensed agent, you need to purchase e-pins. The e-pins is gotten directly from the dealer. The dealer supplies the e-pin to the agent, and the agent uses with the aid of some gadgets like computer, printers, the software, the extractor software to extract the pin. So with all these gadgets, you can proceed to print your e-pins. Sincerely, I want to appreciate NYSC SAED for giving me this opportunity. If you remember, I told you back in my school days, I was optimistic to really advance myself from a distributor, but I didn't have that opportunity, not until I came to serve in Niger State and engaging in the SAED program. So I got the opportunity to advance myself to a licensed agent. And today, to God be the glory, I print recharge card pins and I sell. So I really appreciate Niger State NYSC SAED for giving me this opportunity.
Before I went to camp, I have this love for computers. And before then, I don't have this knowledge of computer at all. So while in camp, I joined the SAED. I joined the ICT SAED group. And after camp, I came back and looking at even the world in general, I am this person that have the love for writing. And looking at the world in general, whatsoever you do, you need the knowledge of computer to excel. So as a result of that, I decided to continue from where I stopped at the camp. Thank you.
Like the saying goes, technology is best when it brings people together. We are nothing without each other, which is why the National Youth Service Corps continues to build and grow communities of independent young minds who are not just financially independent, but mentally liberated, with a heart to serve our nation, Nigeria. We will be right back.
The National Youth Service Corps, a call to service, a call to nationhood. Nigerian youths, stand up and embrace this clarion call. Wherever you are posted, accept it, embrace it. Do not harbor any fears, because your security is assured. Develop common ties with members of your host communities. You would discover that North, South, East and West, we are all brothers with common ties and a shared destiny as one nation. Do not lobby for preferential posting, for it is unpatriotic and illegal. Report at once to the orientation camp as soon as you are posted and contribute your quota to the overall development of our great nation, Nigeria. The National Youth Service Corps, building future leaders.
Welcome back. Sadly, we've come to the end of today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We always love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwogo. Stay safe. The management of the National Youth Service Corps wishes to reiterate that there is no COVID-19 positive corps member in any of the 37 orientation camps of the scheme spread across all the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Kindly note that before the commencement of the 2020 Batch B Stream 1A orientation camp, the scheme, in collaboration with Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC), tested all prospective corps members reporting to the camp and and those that tested positive to COVID-19 were handled by the NCDC. No one, both staff and prospective corps members that tested positive to COVID-19 was allowed into any of the orientation camps. The same measure is being applied for 2020 Batch B Stream 1B orientation program. Therefore, it is erroneous and very misleading to talk about rising cases of COVID-19 in the NYSC camps. The general public is advised to disregard the misleading story. Clarification should always be sought from the NYSC or NCDC on issues pertaining to COVID-19 so as to guard against the spread of false information. The scheme shall never shirk its core responsibility of prioritizing welfare and security of corps members. Signed, Management.